Okay, some people really don't know what, when you're going through something like a heart disease or health condition, you don't know if you're going to live or you don't know if you're going to die. God have a number for each and every one of us. And don't get me wrong, I know that when your number is called for a reason. Nobody know my story and nobody know my testimony. And I decided to give my testimony and my story about what happened to my son a year from now, and he's still alive. Last October, my son was diagnosed with a heart disease. He have a disease which is called Kawasaki disease, in which he have an enlarged heart and he have an aneurysm that is located on the right side of his heart. My son is at a very high risk of a heart attack at any time. He take medicine. He have a heart doctor, primary care doctor, and every other thing, any other doctor that he may need. Not only did he shape me, change me, and mold me to the person that I am today, but it made me to realize that life is too short to sit back and not give God the praises. My son went to the hospital 2 to 3 days and was told that he only had a fever virus. And it only takes 7 to 10 days and it would be cured. If I wasn't the type of mother that sat right there and believed what they said and constantly gave my son Tylenol, my son would be dead. So at the end of the day, I was the type of mother, as a first time mom, this is my first child, I knew at an instant something had to be more wrong with my child than what they say. When he was admitted in, they ran tests and was telling me different things that was wrong with him, that might be wrong, until my family as well as I wanted other concerns and other tests ran. It took for my son to sit in the hospital for another day and let his blood pressure be dropped and his fever go up to the highs of the highs for them to realize what was going on with my son. I am sorry that the sun is in my face, but that Friday night is a night that I would never forget, when he first went into PICU. My son fever went to the highest point, and his blood pressure was slowly dropping tremendously. That he was at a high risk of a stroke. So at that time, I felt like don't get me wrong, I wanted to give up, because I was like, what is going on? Why me? Why is I'm going through this? Never knew I would be going through something that was so major. Your heart and your brain is the only two things that is major that you can operate off of. If you don't have no brain, you don't have no heart. That's your two functionalities. So it goes to tell you that my son went from PICU in there for a couple of days to having a blood transfusion, to having antibiotics, to having fluid keep pumping in him, for him to be as big as he was, and he's only a little boy. My life changed. From that year, last month, he went from everything. He went from going to appointments every week to probably twice a month to, still going to the heart doctor. He can't take no over-counter medicines unless his heart doctor approve it. He can't go and always see his primary care doctor unless the heart doctor knows it. Why? It's because he's sitting right here suffering from a heart disease that he don't have a normal life. 3 years old, you telling me that I have to tell my son to sit down, don't do this, don't run, don't jump. Every time he have head damage, he have to sit right here and he have to go to the hospital every time. My thing is, a month ago, I decided I heard on the radio that they was doing a heart walk. In the heart walk, you walk with people, that might have family members or might have suffered heart problems, heart conditions, strokes, heart attacks, or whatever. And I decided to do it. And I decided to only raise money, and it was only for like my goal was only $100. Well, I ended up raising that $100 within one day. Not only because my son's story impacted a lot of people, it's because a lot of people knew my son and knew me. And also, when they went and made donations, they knew my mother, so they talked to my mother about what was going on. And then some people only did it because they probably had family members that suffer heart diseases, strokes, heart attacks, or so on. But I raised $100 in one day. Really, actually, a little over $100 in one day. And after I raised that $100, I was like, wow. So I decided to make a goal for $200. And now I done reached my goal for $200. Okay, so now I am reaching my goal to a higher. Not no 300, but I'm going higher than that. My son is going to live no matter what. I make sure he goes to his doctor's appointments. I make sure that he gets his medicine, his treatments, whatever it may take. I make sure he gets it. My story can't. And my testimony is that y'all, you never know how to deal with a parent that's having a sick child if you haven't gone through it yourself. It's not easy. You have sleepless nights. You stress yourself out. You cry, you pray, and you say to yourself, like, how long is this gonna last? I was there. Don't get me wrong. Clearly, I was there. And to that point. But I am reaching out to any and everyone who ever want to donate. And I'm not stopping. I even going to donate out of my check today. More and more. So my thing is that no matter what you want to do, I can give you a link and you can go and donate. I can give you a two website links you can go and donate. The money will serve a purpose. It will serve people that can't afford medicine, can't afford a prescription. It will serve the purpose of people that might be on the waiting list to have heart transplant or whatever plant, or a stroke or a heart attack, whatever. It will serve a purpose. So I want to raise enough money so somebody won't be sitting at home saying to themselves, I don't know how I'm fit to pay for my medicine, but I need it. Or I need the surgery, but I don't have no money. God gave my son a second chance in life, and also gave me a chance to realize a lot of things. So I'm going to take time out of my time and give back. So, like I said, once you read, you hear my testimony, how God brought my baby back. I'm going to also post pictures so you can see how far he done came. And if you want to donate, please donate. It's not only benefiting him, but it's benefiting others as well. As, like I said, people that need help is all I'm doing. So I thank you for the time. And like I said, I'm going to post a link of pictures and everything that you can see tremendously of my son. You can also Google his disease that he have. He have a disease called Kawasaki, Kawaski disease. And like I said, he have an aneurysm on the right side of his heart, which is big as a peanut. So you can, Google that stuff, research it, also look for the symptoms and stuff, because if you're a first-time mom and you don't know anything about this, it'd be good that you sit down and you research certain stuff and know what the symptoms are and what things to look for. Because I remember a time that I didn't, and ever since then, my son's condition, I've been on it from day one. And I won't stop here with the benefits, because I want to reach out to other lives. I want to tell my testimony. I want to give my story, and I want to help others. So it won't stop here. It won't. So if, like I said, I'm going to provide 2 links. Once I provided 2 links, I will upload posters, pictures of my son, of his outcome and everything. And I will keep you guys posted on his, throughout life. This is my first journey, my first step of helping others, and a single mother that have a sick child and don't have nobody to call on or talk to. This is my first step. Thank you guys.